Her Excellency Ambassador Hajia Alima Mahama arrived in Washington as the 20th Ambassador of Ghana to the United States. She was met on arrival by the embassy staff and family. Ambassador Alima Mahama is the first female ambassador of Ghana to the United States. She also has concurrent supervision over Mexico, Honduras, Costa Rica, and Belize. In July and August 2021, Her Excellency Hajia Alima Mahama paid courtesy calls on various ambassadors, including His Excellency Jean-Claude Dirego of Benin, His Excellency Frederick Edemhegwe of Togo, His Excellency Seydou Kabore of Burkina Faso, His Excellency Ibrahima Touré of La Côte d'Ivoire. She also paid courtesy calls on the ambassadors of Mexico, Ethiopia, Rwanda, Congo, Liberia, and the African Union. During these meetings, Ambassador Alima Mahama discussed a range of matters of mutual interest aimed at strengthening Ghana's bilateral and multilateral relations with the respective countries. The ambassador met with various Ghanaian associations and professional groups, including Ghanaians at the World Bank, International Monetary Fund, the Council of Ghanaian Pastors and Churches, and the Association of Ghanaian Lawyers. She also met the Ghanaian Women Association of Georgia and also with officials of the Ministry of Tourism and the US-based Adinkra Group that is promoting an initiative of the government of Ghana intended to encourage African diasporans to come to Ghana to settle and invest. She also hosted the Minister for National Security, Honorable Kandapa, during a visit to Washington, D.C. Her Excellency Hajia Alima Mahama shared her vision and pledged to work closely with Ghanaian community in the United States through a video message. Ambassador Mahama reaffirmed several commitments of the government of Ghana, including strengthening bilateral relations and partnering in various areas of development with the United States government. On August 16, 2021, she joined the Honorable Minister for Energy, Dr. Opoku Prempeh, to officially open Ghana's pavilion at the Offshore Technology Conference. In July 2021, the ambassador paid a visit to the Athletics Ghana team who were preparing for the Tokyo Olympics. She commended the coaches and encouraged the team to make Ghana proud. With her commitment to community engagement, Her Excellency attended Mass at the Ghana Community Catholic Church in Alexandria. She also interacted with the congregation and answered their questions about the services at the embassy. She also visited the Presbyterian Church in Maryland. Her Excellency inaugurated the Council of Ghanaian Pastors and Churches in Maryland. She graced the swearing-in ceremony in Maryland as special guest. Hajia honored an invitation to attend the swearing-in of the Asante Hene of Washington metro area. The ambassador coordinated a bilateral meeting between His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo, the President of Ghana, and Vice President of the United States of America, Her Excellency Kamala Harris, in a ceremonial office of the Eisenhower Building at the White House on Tuesday, 23 September 2021. The ambassador continued her community engagement tour by visiting Ghanaian-owned businesses in the community. She also hosted a reception for Books for Africa, a non-profit organization serving as the largest shipper of donated text and library books to the African continent. On November 4, 2021, Sister Cities International, a global citizen diplomacy network, hosted a welcome reception for Her Excellency Ambassador Alima Mahama at the embassy in Washington, D.C. The celebration was held in conjunction with Sister Cities International Leadership Meeting in Washington, D.C. In November 2021, Her Excellency Ambassador Hajia coordinated activities that led to the U.S.-Ghana policy consultations on the United Nations Security Council at the United States Department of State. In December 2021, the Ghana Diaspora Public Affairs Group organized a town hall meeting at which Hajia Halima Mahama had the opportunity to address Ghanaians all over the United States through a Zoom conference. She also addressed town hall meetings in various cities in the United States, including Atlanta, Arkansas, Houston, Dallas, and Minnesota. In January 2022, the ambassador facilitated a meeting between the Vice President of Ghana, His Excellency Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, and the officials of the United States State Department. On Saturday, 29th of January 2022, Her Excellency Halima Mahama visited and interacted with the Haskell and Jana Ladies Muslim communities in Northern Virginia. The Council of Ghanaian Pastors and Churches, COGPAC, USA, held a breakfast meeting with Her Excellency Halima Mahama, Ambassador of Ghana to the United States, and management of the embassy to update her on the progress and activities of COGPAC since its inauguration by the ambassador in 2021. Ghana marked her 65th independence anniversary in Washington, D.C. with a Thanksgiving service organized in collaboration with the Council of Ghanaian Pastors and Churches on March 6, 2022. The ambassador hosted a reception at the Chancery of the Embassy of Ghana in Washington, D.C. on Monday, March 7th, as part of the activities to commemorate Ghana's 65th independence anniversary celebration. The theme for the year's celebration was Working Together, Bouncing Back Better. From Washington, D.C., she also traveled to the state of Arkansas to join Ghanaians in the celebration of Ghana's independence anniversary. She met with the governor of the state, Asa Hutchinson. The mayor of Little Rock, Arkansas, presented the keys to the city of Little Rock to Hajia Halima Mahama, the ambassador of Ghana to the United States. In April 2022, the ambassador hosted the Diaspora Investment Meeting aimed at promoting trade and investment between the U.S. and Ghana, as well as match diaspora and U.S. investors to local entrepreneurs in Ghana. In Washington, D.C., she graced the occasion of the commissioning of Ambassador Virginia Palmer as Ambassador of the United States to Ghana. On May 24th, Her Excellency attended the swearing-in ceremony of Ms. Kimberly Rosen, the new Ghana Mission Director of the United Nations Agency for International Development, USAID. Her Excellency joined the Haskell Muslim community in the Washington metro area for the celebration of the Festival of Eid al-Fitr in May. As Ambassador, Her Excellency Halima Mahama addressed the gathering at the Black Star Black Tie Gala at the Memphis in May Festival in Tennessee.
To be here tonight and to be the first female ambassador of the Republic of Ghana to the United States of America. To be the one to receive the Ghana salute at this 2022 Memphis in May International Festival.
She joined in the other activities, including the birthday celebration of Otumfuo, a church service, and a cultural derby in honor of Otumfuo Asantehene. She also facilitated business meetings aimed at promoting Ghana's investment potential. In May 2022, Her Excellency joined Ghanaians in Dallas, Texas for the coronation of the Asantehene. She took part in all the activities, including a dinner dance in the two-day event. Ambassador Hajia Alima Mahama gave the keynote address at the annual Books for Africa fundraising luncheon in Minnesota on June 8, 2022. She spoke about the urgency in solving the book crisis in Africa. She met and interacted with the governor of Minnesota, Timothy James Wells. At the end of June 2022, Her Excellency joined Honorable Ursula Owusu Ekufo, Minister for Communications and Digitization, to attend the 40th meeting of the Assembly of Parties of the International Telecommunications Satellite Organization, ITSO, in Washington, D.C. This video sums up Her Excellency Ambassador Hajia Alima Mahama's activities over the past 1 year. Ambassador Mahama began her second year in office with a series of engagements. She was granted audience by the President of the United States, President Joe Biden, at the Oval Office of the White House. Her Excellency Alima Mahama, on Thursday, August 4, 2022, presented copies of her letters of credence appointing her as Ambassador of the Republic of Ghana to the United Mexican States, with residence in Washington, D.C., to His Excellency Esteban Moctezuma, Ambassador of Mexico, at a ceremony held at the Mexican Cultural Institute in Washington, D.C. The National Bar Association on Thursday, July 28, 2022, conferred on Her Excellency Alima Mahama, Ghana's Ambassador to the United States, the 2022 Presidential Outstanding Award at its 97th Annual Convention Gala at the Renaissance Convention Center in Memphis, Tennessee. The award is bestowed on individuals who have demonstrated strong leadership characteristics and impeccable integrity, and who have served as role models for their peers in society. The ambassador also met with the mayor of Memphis, James Strickland. With Ghanaians scattered across the 50 states in the United States, the Ghana Embassy is making every effort to reach out to all compatriots in the various states to capture their biometrics so as to save individuals the trouble of traveling to Washington, D.C. to have their biometrics captured. Ghana's ambassador, Her Excellency Alima Mahama, took a trip to Chicago to monitor the exercise and also took the opportunity to address various concerns raised by the Ghanaian community. She also participated in the annual Ghana Fest celebration hosted by the Ghana National Council of Chicago, which is a celebration of Ghanaian culture, music, arts, food, and fashion, among others. In July 2022, Ambassador Alima Mahama signed a book of condolence in honor of deceased former Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe at the Embassy of Japan in Washington, D.C. On Sunday, July 23, 2002, Her Excellency Hajia Alima Mahama honored an invitation by the leadership of the Church of Pentecost in Virginia to assist in cutting the ribbon for the dedication of a multi-million-dollar building constructed by the church. From Thursday, July 14th through Saturday, July 16th, Her Excellency Ambassador Hajia Alima Mahama paid a working visit to Worcester, Massachusetts. During the visit, she met Mr. Barry Mulhoney, President of Worcester State University, and both discussed a possible collaboration between the university and university in Ghana by way of student exchanges and early college courses for Ghanaian students, as well as in research in the areas of information, biotechnology, and public health. She also met with the Lieutenant Governor of Massachusetts, Ms. Karen Polito. In this meeting, the two discussed collaboration between Ghana and Worcester in healthcare, education, trade, and investment. Lieutenant Governor Karen Polito praised Ghanaians in Worcester for being
our community here. Your people are intelligent, smart, respectful, hardworking, and valuable.
A similar meeting was held with Congressman James McGovern, representing Massachusetts' 2nd Congressional District. The mayor of Worcester welcomed the ambassador and presented the keys to the city of Worcester with a citation to her during the visit. The ambassador also visited some Ghanaian-owned businesses in Worcester, where Ghanaians make up the highest percentage of foreign-born residents. On September 26, Ghana's ambassador to the United States, Her Excellency Hajia Alima Mahama, joined Ilha Omar, whip of the Congressional Progressive Caucus, representing the state of Minnesota in the U.S., on a panel discussion themed Self-Reliance, Advancing a Resilient and Self-Sustaining Africa at the 51st Annual Legislative Conference of the Congressional Black Caucus Institute.
Thank you very much. I'd like to acknowledge the diverse ways in which the Congressional Black Caucus has advocated for the African continent over the years. The most important, significant one being your advocacy for Africa to be considered for vaccination under COVID. We appreciate that. Ghana is also proud of its association with the Congressional Black Caucus. And I'd like to thank you for inviting me to participate in this panel discussion. And I also welcome the interest of CBC in understanding the perspectives of African countries on our peculiar food security situations.
The ambassador rounded up her activities for the year 2022 by participating in an all-day business expo organized by the U.S.-Ghana Chamber together with the Commercial Service Office of International Business Development of the state of Pennsylvania, the World Affairs Council, the World Trade Center, GH Park, Ghana Investment Promotion Center, AgriHouse Foundation, and others. On Monday, 19th of September 2022, Her Excellency Hajia Alima Mahama presented the letters of credence appointing her as High Commissioner Extraordinaire Plenipotentiary of the Republic of Ghana, accredited to Belize, to the Belizean Minister for Foreign Affairs, Foreign Trade and Immigration, Honorable Imon Cotenay. At the presentation, a discussion between the two centered on areas of mutual interest. The ambassador honored an invitation to the 2022 Golden Gala and Award Symposium presented by the Ghana Diaspora Public Affairs Collective, GH Park, in Washington, D.C. The award celebrated Ghanaian excellence, honoring Ghanaian American appointees of President Biden at the highest level of the U.S. government, and members of Congress who have committed to focusing on policies that advance U.S.-Ghana diplomatic and bilateral trade relations. Other activities of the ambassador included attending the annual conference and fundraiser of Asante's Professionals Club, the UN General Assembly with the President of Ghana, and a reception to honor Ambassador Bridgewater, former ambassador of the U.S. to Ghana. In December 2022, she participated in a series of activities and bilateral meetings at the U.S.-Africa Summit in Washington, D.C. with Nana Akufo-Addo, the President of Ghana. They also met with the U.S. Secretary of State, Mr. Antony Blinken, and discussed the U.S. and Ghana's shared commitment to bolster economic growth and investment, democracy, and security in West Africa. The ambassador later met with the U.S. Secretary of State, Mr. Antony Blinken, and the Vice President of the United States, Ms. Kamala Harris. In January 2023, Ambassador Hajia Mahama paid a courtesy visit to the shea processing plant at Bungi Lodges, Crookland, in Ghana. In January 2023, Ambassador Mahama was invited to the U.S. Capitol for the State of the Nation address by President Biden.